Did you know that the percentage of people who work from home is now 5 times what it used to be before the pandemic? It can be a huge challenge to do focused work when working from home with little kids. Today, I'm going to share 3 tips with you that help me stay focused when I'm working home with little kids at home. So, before 2020, only around 7% of the workforce worked from home. But with the pandemic and offices closing down, that percentage has now skyrocketed to 35%, even with people coming back into the office. And there are a few challenges with this. See, when parents are there, kids need attention to feel psychologically safe, and they will demand that attention however they can. And even when they aren't demanding it from you, the noise that they make and the running around and everything else can be really distracting for you when you're trying to focus. And it can be really hard when you have a little cute 2-year-old coming up to you wanting to play to say no to them. So like I said in the beginning, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to stay focused when working from home with little kids. Those 3 tips are: 1, get your number 1 task done before the kids wake up. 2, schedule time to be with them where they have your undivided attention. And then 3, get headphones and a dedicated workspace that has a door between you and the kids for when you're in your focus sessions. So talking about that first tip, getting your number 1 thing done before the kids wake up, this is so important. When you have little kids, they create an element of unpredictability and uncontrollability in your day. And if you don't get your number 1 thing done first thing in the morning before they wake up, then who knows what's going to happen during the rest of the day. Lots of different things can come up, lots of different things can happen, and the higher the number of people that you bring into the situation is, the more unpredictability and uncontrollability there is. But while they're asleep, you have complete control over your time. So make sure you prioritize your number 1 task and get it done before the kids wake up. The second tip, scheduling time to be with your kids where they have your undivided attention, is really important because kids need 3 things to feel psychologically safe. They need to feel like they belong. They need to feel like they have some level of control and autonomy, and they need to feel like they're growing and that they are competent in the things that they're supposed to be doing. And giving them scheduled time with you helps them in all 3 of those areas, but it really helps them feel that sense of relatedness and belonging as part of your family. So scheduling time to be with them where they have your undivided attention helps your kids feel more psychologically safe at home and will lower the amount of attention that they demand from you when you aren't directly giving them attention. And then for that third tip, to get headphones and a dedicated workspace that has a door, this one's really important because children, if they see you, they're going to want to come and play with you. It's really hard when a little 2-year-old sees you and runs up to you and wants you to play with balls or wants you to play with trucks. It's really hard to say no. And if you do say no, a lot of times it can create a scene and it can make your child feel hurt and unloved. So it's really important to create a visual barrier. And one of the things that I actually found really helpful was to have an indicator outside of my door for when I was focusing so that the kids knew. For a 2-year-old, it's really hard to train them on this, but for the kids that are a little bit older, you can train them that, for example, when the light is red, dad is focusing and you can't go in and bother him. But when the light is green, it's okay to walk in and ask him questions. And so having that space to focus and having that indication for your children of when you're focusing and when you're not is really helpful so that they can know and understand what the boundaries are. So again, that number 1 tip is so important. Get your most important thing done each day before the kids wake up. I can promise you that if you wake up earlier to focus on your most important task when you have complete control over your time, you will get more done than anybody else out there. you will spend 90 minutes of focused time doing really important things, and your progress will skyrocket and you will go so much farther. So, to recap, first, remember that you can do this. Get your number one task done before the kids wake up. Schedule time to be them where they have your undivided attention. Don't bring work into it or anything else. And then get headphones, get a dedicated office space, and put a door between you and the kids so that they know when you're focusing. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone else.